Hey guys, and today I'm going to show you these 200 Phillips heavy duty twinkling lights. I have a product that's really similar to this, but this one you can remove the bulbs and the set still lights, and we're going to try that out. So yeah, I thought these were never going to be sold again. I saw them at Target in 2022 and I didn't see them in 2023 or 2024, but 2025 they have made a return. I did not expect that to do, since these are incandescent, these are twinkling, which are both getting hard to find. But this was about $30, but I got this 40% off sale. Let's see the original price right there. They blocked it. Unfortunately, it was too hard to rip off, and I'm not buying another box just to see that. So the original price was $30, but Target was doing a 40% off sale. This is one of the things I got. I tested these in the store, and they look quite promising. And they have one cool feature that none of my other twinkling lights have. They twinkle way slower, almost like the speed of a regular flasher bulb. And one other thing I noticed, there's a ton of spare bulbs. 4 bags. There are 2 sets of 100 in here. Yeah, so this is 4 replacement bulbs. There's 6 in that one, so 20 replacement bulbs. I think half of those are twinkling bulbs. Let's take a good look at the box, because there's probably a lot of claims on here. These are the best incandescent lights you can buy. I know I said that in the last one, but these are even better since they remain lit. And we're going to try that too. It comes with 12 twinkle bulbs and 8 steady bulbs and 2 fuses. Oh, you can't really see it. There it is. One other thing I noticed, and I'm kind of glad they did this, there used to be like a thing here that tells you like how many lights per foot of tree. I didn't really like, I think it depends how much you want to do your tree. Like they said about 100 lights every foot of tree, but so 7.5 foot tree would have been 750, but I put 2,000 on mine. It looks great. There's nowhere near as many things. Like on the old one, this entire half used to be filled, but now it's not. Oh yeah, the line recommendations on here is no longer on the side. That's what I was talking about. Okay, let's look. 20 gauge wire. This is heavy duty, so you can connect up to 10 sets end to end. That is 10 sets of 100, not 10 sets of 200, since this comes in 2 sets of 100. They really should mention if they have. On the older ones, they didn't. I'm glad they managed to tell you that. My guess on why they have it didn't just put it on a string of 200 is because I think there's some sort of like rule where if you have Christmas light strings with over 200 lights, you have to use lower wattage bulbs so you can connect more. And the remains lit feature, I don't have any incandescent lights with this feature. They're pretty cool. And this comes with a 3-year warranty. Let's look at the back. And here's some comparing. This is comparing to your regular incandescent Christmas lights, like the ones that Walmart sells. They're not comparing the twinkling ones. Here's the line recommendation I mentioned earlier that's not on the sides. There's more warning. It says you have to read the instructions, which I'll show you. And product may vary from image. Yeah, I don't think these are pictures of actual bulbs, but they definitely photoshopped it, like the twinkle effect. So anyways, let's look at the lights. Are these the instructions, or is this from one of the other ones? I love the Phillips logo on here. Phillips makes some of the best products. I use these all over the house. They're really good. They make an ultra efficient version too. Probably should make a video on those. I had those for a while now. I think there's 3 in operation right now. No, 2. I took one out. Not because it burnt out. It didn't match. Anyways, let's look at the instructions. I'm not gonna read all of it. I'll probably read it myself. There's some how to replace the bulbs and fuse. Interesting, it says you have to use 3.5 volt bulbs. Oh, it's the flashing bulbs. They used to be 7 volts. This must be a new type of twinkling bulb I don't have. They did look kind of different from what I saw. It was kind of hard to tell apart the steady bulbs and twinkle bulbs, but I believe there's 10 bulbs per section, so 40 bulbs, twinkling bulbs in total. Anyways, you can see the rest of the things. Yeah, I'll read that later. Anyways, let's go to the light sets. There's 2 sets of 100 in here. Here it is. It's really hard to tell. And yes, unlike the Wonder Shop ones, the color bulbs twinkle. They aren't white bulbs. So anyways, I already tested this top string in the store. There's one thing I quite like. Unfortunately, Phillips doesn't put long lead cords like Walmart does. There are 7 colors. Hopefully they're a bit better. I hadn't really paid attention to that. I just wanted to see if they work and they were satisfactory enough to take home. Look pretty much the same as the other ones. Yeah, the twinkling bulbs and steady bulbs are pretty much the same brightness. On the other ones, the steady bulbs were dim, and they twinkle a lot slower. Might use this somewhere in my house this year. Maybe on the flock tree downstairs. I put it up and tested the lights, but I haven't fluffed it or decorated it or anything. I'm still working on the Christmas lights, so these might find a place this year. It's of a very soft shimmer. Like most of the twinkling lights I have, they twinkle fast. I love this type of twinkling. So anyways, there should be 20 bulbs twinkling. And 10 bulbs per bundle, so yeah. Really proud of them. I'm glad these are sold. You never know, I might pick up another box. They are 40% off now at the Target I went to, so I probably paid less than $20 for them. Yeah, I really like these. Get them, test the other set, read the instructions, make sure all the bulbs work. And yeah, found the place where there wasn't a twinkle bulb. I did unbundle them. Anyways, so I'm going to replace it with a red twinkle bulb since they only come with red and blues. I'm glad it was a red. Let's test the remains lit feature. It works. Not really sure how it works. In the socket, there's kind of like 2 pins. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, they don't really light me as much because it probably increases the voltage to the rest of the bulbs. So I think this is a red twinkle bulb. I'm glad they gave us really good twinkle, really good amount of spare bulbs. Is it not working? Let me try the original bulb. Is that spare bulb dead? Let's try a different one. Whoops, dropped it. Does this socket only do steady bulbs? I'm gonna have to pause the video. Okay, I found one that works. Hasn't started twinkling yet. I'll keep that separate. Really, the only way to tell apart the steady and twinkle bulbs is that the filament for the twinkling bulb is much higher. And there it goes. So, the twinkling is pretty unnoticeable. The twinkling is pretty unnoticeable. But it is there. Here's the unbundled section. Haven't seen any dead bulbs yet. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I wish they gave more colors besides red and blue. It's a nice light set. I'll test the other set off camera, and I hope you enjoy.